everybody, it's Jessica here, and I'm coming at you with a coaching topic video today. And this one is actually going to be about happiness. It's going to be ideally about ways to increase happiness. But I want to start this video by kind of identifying what I see as a coach when it comes to happiness. And ultimately, no matter what challenge or situation a client is coming to me for coaching guidance, coaching support, coaching tools, the ultimate goal, no matter what their individual goal is, the ultimate goal is to increase, support, and or sustain happiness. So one of the things that I see consistently within the human psychology and the human conditioning is that we as collective people do not have a good, balanced, stable relationship to happiness. And I think the biggest challenge point of this is because so many of us think happiness is something that just happens, right? Like when I get that job or promotion, I'm going to be happy. When I hit that weight target or that lifting target of weight, I'm going to be happy. When I find that person, that relationship that makes me feel X, Y, and Z, I'm going to be happy. When I finally have that family, I'm going to be happy. When I buy this dress, I'm going to be happy. When I get this puppy, I'm going to be happy. When I have a new boat, I'm going to be happy. Like happiness, in so many of the ways that we relate to it, is attached to like the achievement of a thing, a relationship, a job, something like that, or an attachment to an object. Once I get this, happiness will just come to me. Like it's just going to rain down on us. And the truth is, that's not how it happens. And there's actually some psychological and scientific research going into kind of the framework of happiness and what the psychology around that actually is. And there's some fascinating things that are coming out about how the brain responds, processes, and builds a relationship to happiness. So I'm not going to get into all of that in this video, but my point here is that what I think we're missing, the elusive piece of the puzzle, is that happiness is something we have to take action towards. It is something we have to build. It is a relationship we have to establish within ourselves and within our environment. And it can no longer be a passive participant in our life. It has to become just as active as a goal, just as active as an ambition, just as active as a routine. It has to be built into a habit. So that's what the nuggets of this video is about. How do you create a habit of happiness so in time you actually increase your relationship to and experience of happiness? So here's the things. The three biggest things that take us away from feeling happy is, in my professional opinion, the top one is either being focused on what is going to come and thinking, okay, again, that attachment. I'll be happy when, I'll be happy if, or are holding and anchoring into things that have happened that were disappointments. This took my happiness. This keeps me from being happy. This doesn't let me have happiness. So either way, we are basically stretching ourselves as far away from the actual foundation of happiness as possible when we do that. So how do we change that? It's really simple, but complicated at the same time. The simplicity is become present. Be present in the moment, be present in your activities, be present in your emotions, be present in your mentality. Like just show up and be in the moment that is available to you. And within that space, you will actually find that there's a lot of little nuances. There's a lot of little expressions and connections and emotions and thoughts and experiences and opportunities that if you're focused on the future or the past, you just miss. So that's the biggest challenge in how to correct that, becoming more present in your everyday existence. And in that way, you actually do scientifically increase your attachment and your experience to happiness. The next one is that a lot of times we feel like happiness, the biggest challenge is we're always focused on and trying to navigate challenges, difficulties, obstacles. Yes, life has them. we can't avoid them. Tried to find a skill set for it, but I haven't found one. So we can't avoid the challenges of life, but we can time manage the energy, the emotions, the attention, the mental space, the occupation in our mind that we give to those challenges. And this again becomes habitual. This is practice. This is a different way of approaching life experiences. But when we do that, now we have taken back a little bit of the control, right? Because we've said, I'm not just going to let this run wild in my emotions or run wild in my mind. I'm really going to stay focused on what I can control, what I can't control, and I'm going to practice managing the two. Taking actions towards what I can control and finding a way to emotionally and mentally let go of what I can't. And when you do that, what you actually start creating is a relationship to life experiences where you start looking at difficulties as, what are the opportunities here? Yes, there's a challenge, but what opportunity do I have to overcome this? What opportunity do I have to shift this? What opportunity do I have to make something meaningful out of this? So again, it puts it back into the control, into our hands. There are definitely things that we're not going to be able to control, but that's life. So this is how we can also navigate our action, our interaction with life to increase happiness by stepping away from all of the difficulties and negativities and the things that weigh us down. And the second one is the mental and emotional focus on the difficulties. So this is really practicing making a commitment to and within yourself that you're going to focus on the good. Now, it's impossible not to take in and factor in the difficulties and the bad. It's valuable to do that, to see where our opportunities lie, where we can course correct, where we can take controls. But we can get stuck in just a negative loop, a negative cycle of all of the difficulties, all of the bad, and then it actually starts to bleed out and affect the way we see, perceive, and experience other life factors that aren't even connected to that. Now, everything, think of it like you stub your toe in the morning and you didn't get yourself focused for the day. So now that stub toe just derails your entire day. Or somebody pulled out in front of you and you were in an okay mindset, but now all of a sudden you're totally frustrated and everything is annoying you. Or you were fine until you heard that song, and then that song took you back to a place that has a whole lot of bad memories and still hurts and pains, and now you're kind of emotionally more sensitive or in a negative mindset, emotional set for the day. So this is where, when we aren't in connection to our ability to redirect and control our mind and our emotions, then we can become victims of the circumstances around us or the environment around us. So we have to put attention and focus on the good. What do we want our day to look like? What do we want our emotions or our mentality to be? And then we just have to make an effort and build a relationship with staying focused and redirecting ourselves back to that. So, this is definitely not something that you can just have one and done, or I'm going to do this on Mondays and it's going to fix everything and change, all of my relationship and perspective of happiness. This is definitely a lifestyle adjustment, but those are some of the things that you can do that can bring you, being present and really taking these things can bring you immediate joy, and then the other things can bring you a lifetime relationship to more happiness and more joy, which, like I said at the beginning of the video, in everything that I do, whether it's with business coaching, group teaching, or professional development, or individual coaching and family coaching, everybody is seeking to be happier, to have better experiences. That's why they're investing in the work that they're doing with me. So this is the ultimate holy grail of the human experience, and what I think the majority, if not the entirety of people are seeking and looking for. So those are my little coaching topic nuggets for that, and I hope that you have found this useful. If you've enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, comment, let me know other videos that you might like me to do, and I will see you guys soon. All right, thanks. Bye.